Hi, I am about to start my very first WIPnChat at the inspiration of Elisa from the Diamond Stitcher on YouTube and DAC Fans Canada on Facebook. She did a WIPnChat this morning encouraging everyone to answer the diamond painting tag questions. So I thought I would give it a go as a WIPnChat. Just to tell you what I'm doing here, I'm working on a Diamond Art Club kit called Aveline, Mother of the Woodlands, and I'm just at the very bottom here. So I'll do a little bit, hopefully not too long, because I don't want to bore people. But anyway, so my name's Susan. I am in Ontario, Canada, and I've been diamond painting for a little over 2 years, 2.5 years, and I love it. I'm completely addicted. So that answers actually the first question, how long have you been, or one of the questions, when did you begin diamond painting? And it was January 18th, 2021, when my stepmom and my sisters all raved about this craft, and I had to try it. So I ordered, as we all do, something from Amazon, and yeah, I was hooked. I remember my daughter, my adult daughter, looking at the craft and saying, oh, you'll stick with that for about 18 days. I'll give it 18 days. And it was considerably longer than that, that's for sure. How many diamond paintings have you completed? Now, I track things in the Gems Flow app, which I love. Love, love, love. And it tells me that I've done 152 of them. Now, many of them would be 30 by 40s. Before I learned about licensing, I probably did a ton of Amazon stuff. Now I am quite judicious about what I buy and who I buy it from. Bearing in mind the artists that create the work deserve the credit for doing it. How many do I have in my stash? I currently have 89 in my stash, and that's a lot more than I would like it to be. I do tend to do as many as I buy, though. I'm retired, and as a result, I have a lot of time to devote to this. I do try to live a balanced life and get out and do some physical activity, but I probably put in a few hours every single day. And like I said, I love it. I do 3 or 4 big paintings a month, generally. So that's the stash. The latest one that I have on the way, I just ordered this morning from Jaded Gem Shop. I'll tell you more about that in one of the next questions. If you could only purchase from one diamond painting for the rest of your life, who would it be and why? And that would be Diamond Art Club, where this kit comes from. And the reason for that is the quality is consistent, and they have a wide variety of paintings. One thing you'll see in this community is how many different types of people's taste that they have that differ from person to person. So yeah, lots of choices there with Diamond Art Club, that's for sure. When you are diamond painting, what's your go-to media? I often listen to YouTube creators, such as Elisa from Diamond Stitcher, and some other kind of big name diamond painters. They're all very inspiring, and I find it a very kind and welcoming community. I think participating in events and attending creators' lives is a good way to get to know people in the community. Joining Facebook groups and whatnot, that's wonderful. So yeah, great community, and that's primarily what I do, although I love audiobooks and some podcasts. Podcasts I tend to listen to fall asleep at night, but if there's nothing else going on, I will certainly listen to that while I diamond paint. Don't usually watch a whole lot of TV because I find I need to look down at what I'm doing, and as a result, it's hard to keep track of certain TV shows. So if I do watch TV, and I sometimes do, I will tend to watch something I've seen before. The reruns of Schitt's Creek make me happy, and Ted Lasso. I've probably watched those 3 seasons through 3 times each because of diamond painting, so yay. What artist do you own the most diamond paintings from? And what artist have you completed the most? I think it's a tie between Mandy Manzano. I like the stained glass black coloring book outline of her diamond paintings, but I also have a lot of Van Gogh. It's in the public domain, and B, beautiful floral works, and mostly is what I have. So I've completed probably the same amount of each, 3 or 4 of each. What's your go-to wax? Putty or for me, I use putty, or I use Diamond Art Club wax. That pink wax is slightly better quality than most. But I do like putty. Currently, I'm using a top secret putty that I'm testing out, and it's very good, and when I'm able to say anything about it, I will. Meantime, I'm just really thrilled that I've probably done half of one whole other painting and all of this. I've done the bottom, oops, what a mistake that is. I've done the bottom of this whole row without changing it. And I've also used glue dots, and that works well too for single placers, and now they sell glue strips that you can cut as long as you need for multi-placers. I also love the Diamond Art Club multi-placer that they've come out with. It's absolutely fantastic. It's the best one that I've used so far. What do you do with your finished diamond paintings? I've hung a few. I use the magnetic frames that you can get on Amazon. I have professionally framed one. I say professionally, I did it myself, but I did it with a professional frame, and I love it. It's in my dining room. I just realized I'm doing the wrong things here. I wonder how long I've been doing that. So this is what I do when I do the wrong things. Okay, that one was right. I have a portfolio that I made myself out of a huge cardboard box, and that's what I keep them in underneath my sofa in my family room downstairs. I do have some smaller portfolio books that I use for the smaller ones, so I can flip through them, but I think I'm gonna have to kind of get rid of them, whether I'll donate them, the ones that I don't love still. Do you open your kits right away, or do you keep them sealed until you're ready to work on them? Mostly I open them right away. I hear stories of, you know, mistakes being made, the wrong thing getting in the wrong box. But right now I probably have 7 or 8 downstairs that are in boxes and that I haven't unboxed yet. That's just it being summer and me being a little lazy. What's your #1 unicorn that you do not have but hope to own one day? Don't really have a unicorn. I guess if I had to say something that's not available that I wish was available still, there's a mystery painting, and I don't even remember what number it is, but it was a floral. I think it was called Mother's Day Floral, somewhere in the 20s or 30s in the numbering of Diamond Art Club. I just completed my first mystery painting. It was number 41 by Mad Art Studios, Megan Duncanson, and it was so much fun. It went way too fast. I finished it, I don't know, in 10 days or something. So I really want to do another one. I do have another landscape mystery painting, but I would love to get my hands on that floral Mother's Day one that I have seen someone working on, and it was gorgeous. Other than that, right now on my wish list for Diamond Art Club, there's one called Benedict Blue, and when they restock that, I'll get it. It's just a really beautiful, kind of it almost looks like tapestry, like paisley floral tapestry, and it's gorgeous. In fact, it's got, I think, 3 or 4 bags of the fairy dust drills. So I would love to work on that. In fact, Elisa from Diamond Stitcher is working on that now, and I'm just loving seeing all the progress that she's making on that one. So that's the ones I would like to have if I could. The kit in my stash I'm most looking forward to working on, they're all up there, but I think I've already answered that with the mystery landscape. I do know what it is. I think it's important to know what you're gonna get when you order a mystery. It doesn't diminish the fun of working on it for me at all. And that's a painting. It looks like a Greek landscape with through a window. It's beautiful. So that's the one of the ones I'd like to get into quickly. Do you prefer confetti, color blocking, or a mix of both? And yeah, I think it's a mix of both is probably the best thing to have. As Katie from Diamonds and Washi says, the confetti keeps it interesting, but the color blocking keeps it going, keeps it moving. So that's a good thing. I realize I'm doing a really kind of a crappy job here. I'm using a filming arm here that is right in my way. But anyway, moving on. How do you pick the next piece you want to work on? Well, that is generally a decision app, a spinning wheel app that you can enter, you can customize, you can enter whatever you want in it, and then it picks it. It's also a random number picker. It's a cool little free app. I have spinning wheels for large square, large round drills, small round drills, and small square drills. And depending on what I feel like working on or what's next for me to do, I'll spin whatever wheel is applicable. I do like to have different things on the go at a different time, and I think I'll answer it now. One of the questions is, do you have one work in progress or multiple? And I always have a small one that can fit on a TV tray, and a large one that can fit at my dining room table or my crafting table downstairs in my crafting area. So I always have at least two on the go, and that works well for me. What's your favorite season or holiday to paint from? I would have to guess or say it's Christmas. I love the colors, and that's always fun to be in a festive mood. I have a few Christmas ones in my stash to do yet, and look forward to doing them. Large pieces, snack size, or both? Yep, both. Neutral, dark, or colorful? I lean towards very, very colorful pieces. I love, that's why I love the florals. But this one here is quite muted, and I'm grateful that it's got a lot of color changes. But one thing I'll say, even though it's muted, there are 3 different AB drills, and honestly, they're the shiniest I've ever seen. Probably doesn't show in the thing on the video. This one here, gray one, I'm looking forward to using. I haven't had to use it yet, but you can definitely see the green one shimmering through these leaves. So love. That started off with, do I like colorful? Yeah, mostly colorful, but again, if it's a painting I want to do, I'll do it. Do you place with diamonds or tweezers? I've never placed with a tweezer, although I've seen and know people who have, and it's quite an art that I don't have the patience for. What's your favorite method for placing AB drills? I generally use whatever I'm using, unless I'm single placing, and then I'll use one of these wax pens. You can get them from Amazon, but as long as your putty is older or slightly dirty, you can multi-place ABs with it, and that's what I do tend to do. Although, like I said, I have the wax painting, the wax pen there if I need it. What's your preferred method of sectioning off your canvas? You can see it here. I have release papers, and I just expose what I'm going to do for the day. I don't know if you can tell, but I just, on the row that abuts the next section, I always do every other drill. And then I leave it for the next section to nestle the drills into each other. And I find that leaves less of obvious line from doing sections. Depending on the colors, if it's lighter colors, you can tend to see the lines where people have joined things. And so I try to offset that by kind of doing a brick method. Do you do any other crafting hobbies? I do love crocheting, although that's kind of fallen by the wayside. In recent years, I've mostly crocheted small animals, critters, baby gifts, that sort of thing, and I enjoy that very much. The last question is, who will you tag to do these questions? And I'll take Elisa's lead and just say anyone who wants to do them. As I mentioned on something else that I've posted on YouTube, I don't really post on YouTube for anything but my own storage, but somehow I've amassed 15 subscribers, only 3 of whom I know. So thank you for whoever is there watching them. I did tell Elisa in the comments on her WIPnChat today that I would be definitely be trying this. So here is my attempt. It said, who will you tag? That's anyone who wants to. And then the bonus is if you could show us the very first diamond painting you ever did. This was one I got from Amazon. This is actually the original picture, and of course you can see the reflection, but it's lilacs, and that one is hanging in my tool bench down in my basement. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.